Now the first thing you want to do before you start getting anything ready for the tamales is get these corn husks, and you want to soak them in water. Soak them in water for how long, Mom?
Just until you're ready.
Until you're ready to start making them. And then, right before you're ready, you want to get them out of the water and start draining them. The water helps loosen this up, so it'll be easier to fold, and also when it starts to steam when you start cooking the tamales. Okay, today my mom is making tamales. She's making two types. She's making chicharron and cheese, queso. So now she's getting the salsa ready for the chicharron, which is how many tomatoes?
8 Roma tomatoes.
And how many chiles?
9 chile serrano, and a piece of white onion. And
what's that? That's like a quarter of an onion?
Yeah.
And then one clove. So she boils the tomatoes and the chile serranos first until the skin starts to break. You can't see it here, but the skin starts to break apart. And then now she's gonna blend it. You want to taste it. You add a little bit of salt while you're blending it, or before you blend it, and now you taste it. See if it needs any more.
It needs more.
You can also add more chiles, of course, if you want it spicier. It just depends on the batch you get. Sometimes they come out spicier than other times.
This one's hot. Okay, perfect.
Now you get a pan or a wok or whatever, and you put a little bit of oil in it. Okay, that's enough. So you just let the oil heat up. Once the oil is heated up, you're going to add the salsa to this. Now once it's hot, go ahead and add the salsa in there. Now you're going to add a tablespoon of, what is it?
Nor Suiza chicken bouillon.
Yeah. Now you mix it together. And now you're going to get chicharron. Now you can either break them apart into little small pieces and add them to the salsa, but today we're going to try something different. We're going to grind them up.
Oh, that one's good.
And Mom's going to eat some while she grinds them up. And just grind them. Okay, then you're going to chop up some cilantro. How much is that?
This is just one little small bush.
One bush. And you add it to the salsa. And you mix it up. Once the chicharron is all blended and crumbled, you can add it to the salsa. To make it easier, kind of break up the chicharron. Don't just put them all in the blender or food processor. And you add it and mix it together. Okay, if it comes out too dry, all you have to do is add a little bit of water. Just a little bit at a time. It's gonna look like this. Again, this is the first time we actually make it like this. Normally we just have it in chunks, but I wanted to try something different. So we're just gonna let this sit to marinate. And we'll get the rest of the stuff ready. Okay, so now in the mixture you're gonna add how much? 2 pounds of lard?
Lard, manteca. And the 2 pounds of lard, this is a recipe for 5 pounds of masa.
So basically what we're doing now is the masa for the tamales. This is, how much pounds of this?
That's 5 pounds of unprepared masa for tortillas.
So now she's preparing it.
I prepare it myself.
For tamales. And then you're gonna cut the cheese. It's little slices like this. We use queso fresco. These are gonna be for the tamales of cheese and jalapeno. We also put the cheese in the ones of chicharron. And you can also use Monterey Jack, I believe, or Baby Jack, but we use queso fresco. Now you're gonna prepare the tamal. You're gonna grab the husk, corn husk, and you're gonna spread some masa on it.
I don't make them so thick, so.
And put whatever meat you're using. In this case, we're using chicharron, and we're gonna add cheese to it. You don't have to. This is just. Actually, have we ever done it with cheese? Yeah, we have done it.
Yeah, we have.
We just never done it where it's chopped up like that.
Yeah,
It's the
like
first
that.
time.
It's the first time.
Or grinded, whatever, however you want to say it. Now, the cheese and jalapeno one. You're gonna do the same thing. Spread the masa. Put a piece of cheese.
Oh, the jalapenos. Where are they? Ready?
And you add the jalapeno.
Alright, two.
1 or 2, however many you want. And you fold it up. Look
I put some water, as you can see, and I put 3 cents in there. That's so when it boils.
That's not 3 cents. That's 12 cents. But
okay, whatever. 12 cents.
You mean 3 coins?
3 coins. Okay, but that's so that once it's you hear it, you know, clicking, then I lower the temperature.
Okay. Then you put the tamales.
This.
Basically, you're gonna steam the tamales.
Yes.
In this one, we have 12 dozen. I mean, 12 dozen. We have 2 dozen. 1 dozen of the chicharron and cheese, and 1 dozen of the jalapeno with cheese.
And what I do.
Then you get a bag, plastic baggie, and you wet it. You put it on top of the tamales, covering it. Put the lid on. Turn the heat on, high, until you hear the coins in there start clacking or clicking, clacking. Once you hear that, you lower the temperature, and then you let it steam for about an hour and 40 minutes, and then you check the tamales. If they are ready, then you're good to go, and if you need a little bit longer, just put them back in, or put the cover back and let them cook for a little bit longer.
See? See that? Mm.